What's up guys, welcome to another episode of this AE86 Resto-Mod series. Today we will be installing Techno Toy Tuning's lower control arms and tension rods in our AE86. The benefits of these, they are fully adjustable. For this lower control arm, you have adjustability for the traction bracket, not the traction bracket. For this lower control arm, you have adjustability for the tension rod and the sway bar, and you can make it longer or shorter for, I guess, mad camber and other stuff like that. This tension rod, it's fully adjustable and it's eliminating the factory bushing. It's just going to be solid, so it's going to be a little bit more extreme, but it is fully adjustable. And we found out that this lower control arm does not comply with the white line sway bar kit that does not utilize the factory mounts. If you get the sway bar kit that we had for this car with mounts like this sway bar does not work with this lower control arm. So we got rid of the white line and got a Cusco front sway bar for it. I don't think there's going to be any difference in performance from it, other than the white line was adjustable. The Cusco is not adjustable on this part, but it's adjustable on here. So we ditched the white line, and I'm glad because I didn't like the white line at all. When we installed everything, I thought it was completely junk. We actually broke one of the mounts for it, just tightening on one of the end links in the rear. One of the end links just broke. It was a really poor quality mount. So I'm actually glad we got rid of the white line and got the Cusco. So there's a lot involved with this. Basically the whole front of the suspension is coming off. So we're going to install these bad boys and we're going to get to it.
What tools do you need?
You need a lot of tools. You're going to need a 22mm wrench or vice grips. You're probably going to need vice grips. 12, 14, 17mm sockets. Maybe needle nose pliers for the cotter pin for the tie rod, and you're going to need a jack because jacking up the wheel really helps with taking off the factory tension rod.
Which we already did.
Yes. When we do videos like this, we try to do one side and not film it, and then do the other side so we're a little more proficient. When we did the other side, we spent a lot of time with it doing things 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 times, because we just kept messing up. So hopefully this side's going to be really quick and easy because we've already done this like 30 times already. So we're going to get to it, throw this stuff on. Oh, you may need an impact gun for seating on this tie rod bracket thing.
The bracket thing.
Yeah, you'll see. We'll get to it. So we're going to get in here, start tearing down and put this stuff on.
Welcome back to Pour My Mods, and we're going to start by removing this traction control
tension rod.
I'm going to undo this bolt here. You know, pop this guy out, bushing off, and it's done. Alright guys, so there's probably a couple different ways you can attack this. I'm going to start by removing the 19s that are on the bottom of the strut casing? It's really a casing because the strut fits inside of it.
Strut mount?
Yeah, strut mount I guess you could call it. This is a 19. You have LCAs or lower center of gravity adjuster guys. These here, can't remember the right name for them. And you just gotta pop these bolts out. And you might need to move the wheel if it'll comply. Alright,
so we had to actually jack up the wheel to get that off.
Yeah, Mike's gonna work on pulling off our tension
tie
rod, thank you.
There's a lot of rods.
Yeah, no, a lot of rods. Love rods. Mike's going to work on this, and I'm going to work on unbolting the control arm from the subframe. I need mic power. So I swapped out with Mike because I needed some mic power on that. That's a 17mm.
Are you done ripping ass?
Totally.
So Mike had to move that dust boot off of the tie rod end so we can get the room we need to remove the bolt from the control arm chassis side. Okay, Freddie, so what do we have a problem with and how'd you fix it?
It was hitting the rack, so we pushed it all the way this way, so this tie rod now is angled up. It's not hitting that. We're gonna try to pull the bolt out.
Yeah, pull that bolt one out.
So hopefully there's no more interference.
All right, so that's out. And now,
So now when he dropped the jack, the whole lower control arm should come off.
nope, it came right out. All but.
Tell you what, that's the cutest control arm I've ever seen.
I know, isn't it cute? Let's go to the vise.
Okay, so to take off this tie rod bracket thing, you need to take this bolt off, nut off, and you're probably gonna need an impact. And now we need a hammer.
So Freddie can't find his hammer. Freddie is hammer.
I am a hammer.
So then you're left with this guy, which it's beautiful.
Now we need to press it onto the Techno toy tuning control arm.
That's right, so let's go get that. What we're gonna do now is the GTX2 control arm slides the spindle, I guess that's what you would call that, straight through. I would call this a top hat or whatever the fuck bracket you want to call this that the tie rod attaches to. You take a nylon nut and you're gonna impact that on. I'll run it on with my hand real quick. And then you're gonna take a
22.
22 on the other end to kind of hold it in place. And Mike's gonna set the camera down and run the impact. And that will press this on together. And trust me, it is pressed on. It's really on there.
How do we know it's really on there?
I don't want to talk about it. This is now a one-piece assembly. And you don't have to worry about positioning or anything, because if you did it wrong, you literally just spin the spherical joint around. So it can go on in any position. It just, you spin it where you need it to be. So let's get back and start putting stuff together already, I think. Are you ready to record?
Oh, I've been recording.
Oh, okay, good. Alright, so you get some washers, and you're going to do inside, outside, inside, outside. There's a bracket that comes with the car that we're going to reuse. It's this guy. I don't know if you can see that very well.
It's a nut, basically, that's just,
Whatever. It's a thing.
That's easy enough. Your fucking face is up.
I can't see what the fuck you're saying because I'm on the side of the goddamn fucking brakes.
You can't see what the fuck you're saying because your face is upside down.
Nope. Oh god, lift it up a little bit. You're fired. Oh god, it came out.
Jesus Christ.
Ow, stop. Alright, so we did the chassis side first, and then we tried to attach the control arm to the roll center adjuster, to the strut tube, or mount, whatever you want to call it. And I'd probably recommend doing it reverse of what you saw. I'd probably put this end on first, because if not, when you're trying to reattach this, the whole strut assembly is moving back and forth, and it makes it kind of a pain in the ass to get these 19-inch bolts set up. We managed to do it, but it was very frustrating. So, do the outside first when you go ahead to start to reassemble. Start with your 19s, put this aside, assembly in, and then focus on the chassis side when you're done. In any case, now it's just a matter of tightening these boys up. Hey guys, we are bolted up. Looks like we still gotta fix our dust boot a little bit, but we are going to do our sway bar end link now, which should be hours of fun. We're going with a mid position because we don't know what we're doing, and middle of the way seems pretty good. Once you have your local neighborhood Freddy literally push this bar up to get it down and over top because it wasn't working out, you drop it down over the stud, and then you can not get the glove stuck, and you can tighten this guy up. I can't see what I'm doing. And with the white line, because of the way the bracket works, that attached it to the OEM control arm, it will not work with this. Which is fine, because like Freddy said, that end-link solution they came up with was not confidence-inspiring.
I know I won't be buying white line stuff for my cars.
It's a shame. I thought that was like one of the better companies too.
Uh-oh.
God fucking damn it, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. It's fucking horrible. You're a monster.
So Tony is now installing the tension rod.
This is a 24 millimeter. Yes, I'm using a flare nut wrench to make this happen.
Gotta make do with what you have.
Yep. That's a little bit better.
Is that the proper tool?
Yeah, sure. This is also the right tool for the job, right?
Yep, a flare wrench.
Yeah.
Totally appropriate.
Cool. That's awesome. So we're done. We have our GTX2 Techno toy tuning control arms, our Cusco or Cusco, however you want to pronounce it, sway bar with regular style end links, our roll center adjusters. They're not negative roll center adjusters, they're just RCAs. And then our Techno toy tuning, I'm sure this is going to be awesome for smooth driving, tension control rods with no bushings, all solid. Next time you'll see us do front brakes again, and then eventually we're going to do the rear brakes with parking cable, Willwood setup. I'm tired. It's been a day. So,
This makes the car go.
this makes the car go. It's gonna just drive after tonight. It's not gonna drive after tonight.
It's pretty though.
It is pretty. There's a whole lot of nice parts that we need to have professionally aligned. Because we didn't measure a damn thing. If it fits, it fits. Oh god. Let's clean up.